I'm Jacy from Craft Life, and I'm here today to teach you how to knit these adorable mini hats, and you can put them on clips, pins, or even hair elastics. You may have seen this hat already in one of our Jacy and Kacy Christmas countdown videos because Kacy opened one in her advent calendar, but I didn't get one, so I decided I would make one for myself. So today I'm going to show you how to make this hat, and the supplies you will need to make it are a rainbow loom or a knitting loom. You will need yarn, and I will be using two colors, red and white, but you can also use one color if you want. And I'm using Hometown USA, and the size is Super Bulky 6. You will need a rainbow loom hook, crochet hook, or even a knitting hook. Also, you will need scissors and a ruler. You will need a small white pom-pom, and the optional supplies are a clip, a pin, or a hair elastic, and if you are using a hair elastic, you will also need a small piece of felt, and you can use any color that matches your hat. Finally, you will need a glue gun or a strong glue. So please get your supplies and we'll begin. If you are using a rainbow loom, we are going to have to set it up. So you're just going to remove the middle row. Then you're going to turn it over and take off the big blue base piece. Now we're going to take the row that is farthest from us, and we're going to turn it so that all of its arrows point towards the left. Now your loom should look like this. If you are going to be using a knitting loom, you are just going to do the same exact thing that I'm going to show you how to do on a rainbow loom. And I'm going to be using these 6 pegs on the rainbow loom, but you can choose any 6 pegs on the knitting loom. We are going to begin by pulling out some yarn from your ball of yarn, and we are making the brim of our hat right now. And I'm using white for mine, but you can use any color that you want. We're going to make a slip knot, and we're going to start at about 5 inches. Then we're going to wrap it around our 2 fingers, pinch it, so now you have a loop. And now you're going to bring your yarn back up through this loop. And then you have a slip knot. We're going to place it on this peg on our rainbow loom, and don't pull it too tight. Pull it tight enough so that it won't fall off. We're going to make an E-wrap stitch, so we're going to go around, come back around, and go to your next one, go around, and now we're just going to go straight across, and then we're just going to wrap it around and turn your rainbow loom with it. Now we're going to do it again and again. This is going to be your bottom row, so make sure that you push it all down. Now we're going to add on another row. So we're going to go straight across, wrap it, and turn your rainbow loom. Wrap it. Make sure that when you are wrapping, you are not wrapping it too tight. And now we're going to hold our rainbow loom and our yarn. You're going to take your hook and grab your bottom loop and bring it over the top and push it down. Take your bottom loop, bring it over the top, push it down. Bottom loop, over the top, push it down. Now I'm going to turn my loom all the way around and continue this. Now we're going to take this excess strand of yarn and we're going to push it through and inside of our loom. You just wanted to get it out of the way. Now we have done 2 rows, and we're just going to do 1 more row of white. So you're just going to go around and E-wrap. Now you're going to hold your yarn and your loom, and you're going to take your hook, bring your bottom loop over the top, bottom loop over the top, and go all the way around doing this. Now you're going to push this all down, and we have finished the brim of our hat, and just make sure that you have done 3 rows. Your yarn should still be attached to your ball of yarn, and we're now going to cut our yarn from the ball of yarn, but you're gonna cut it so that you leave enough room to tie a knot. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut it at about 6 inches. Now I'm going to take my second color, and you can use any color that you want, and I'm just going to tie this end with this end and tie it as close as you can. So I'm just going to make a knot. You're going to pull this very tight and pull all of the strands, including the one that is now attached to your ball of yarn. And we're going to tie this a second time. Now take your scissors and cut off the excess white strand and the excess red strand. Your new yarn should still be attached to its ball of yarn, and we are going to do 4 rows with this color. So we're going to always start on this peg and stop on this peg. So I'm going to start E-wrapping, and I'm going to stop on this peg. Now I'm going to hold it, take your bottom loops over the top, and push it down. Bottom loop over the top and push it down. And continue to do this all the way around. Now I'm going to work on my second row. So I'm going to start on my starting peg and E-wrap all the way around until I get to my stopping peg. Now I'm going to hold it, take your bottom loop over the top and push it down. And please continue to do this all the way around. Please continue to do this for 2 more rows. You're going to start on your starting peg, E-wrap all the way around until you get to your stopping peg. Then you're going to take your bottom loops over the top and push it all down. Please do this for 2 more rows, and I will do the same. Now, once you have finished your 2 rows, you're going to take your yarn and stretch it across one side of your loom. Then you're just going to take your scissors and cut it at the end. This is how much yarn you will need to finish off your hat. So now you're going to take your hook. You're going to place it in your first peg or your starting peg. Go from underneath the loop. Grab the yarn and pull it back up through the loop. And now you can just take this off the peg and pull it. I'm going to do this for all of my pegs, so I'm going to place my hook in, pull the loop, pull up my yarn, and pop it off. Once again, stick your hook in, pull it up, and pop it off. Stick your hook in, pull up your yarn, and pop it off. Once again, pull it up, pop it off. Stick your hook in your last peg, pull it up, and pop it off. Now it will look like this, and you're just going to pull it as tight as you can at the top. Now what I like to do to finish this off is I find 2 more loops next to where my yarn is. So these 2, and it has to be at the top. You're going to pull your yarn through them, but stick your finger in so it doesn't go all the way through. So now you have a loop and your yarn. You're going to stick your yarn inside the loop and pull that tight. You're going to take your hook, place it inside of your hat and find the top. Now once you find an area near your yarn, you're going to pull your yarn back through it. We're going to leave this alone for now, and now we're going to go to the brim of our hat, and we're just going to roll it up. Once you have rolled it the way you like it, you're going to find this extra strand of yarn that you have, take your hook and go directly through your hat and your brim. And we're going to pull this through. Basically, we're just trying to bring it to the inside of our hat. Once you have it on the inside, we're going to tie these 2 strands of yarn together. Tie it as many times as you want. I'm just going to tie mine 3 times. Now we're going to cut off the excess strands. Now you can fix up your hat. Now we're going to glue on our pom-pom. I'm going to put the glue on the top and then put the pom-pom down. I'm going to let this dry and then we're going to place it on a hair elastic. Please cut a 1 inch by 1/2 inch piece of felt, and you can use one of the colors that you use to make your hat. Please choose the side that you want to be the back of your hat. I'm going to choose this side. And now I'm going to take my glue, my piece of felt, and my hair elastic, and I'm going to lay a tiny strip down in the middle. Then you're just going to place on your hair elastic like this. And finally, we're going to add glue all over the piece of felt, and make sure you include some on the hair elastic. Then we're going to place it down on our hat. I'm going to have my hair elastic line up with the brim. If you have any extra hanging off the bottom, you can just cut it off. Now you're going to let this dry and then you're finished. This is what it looks like when it's done, and I'm just going to show you how to put it on. All you have to do is make sure that it is in the upright position, and then you're going to place your fingers through it. Take your hair and pull it through. I'm going to hold it in place, and just using the elastic, I'm going to twist it. You may need to fix the brim, but I think this hair elastic looks really cute when it's on. And if you don't want to add a hair elastic to it, you can always just put a hook on it and hang it on your tree. And also, these make great gifts for your friends and family. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you make some, I'd love to see them. My Instagram is CraftLifeUSA, so please tag me in a photo. And please don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!